Alright, I'm here. I did it. I stuck to my word. I'm here late night on a Sunday, several hours after his actual stream ended, bundled up like something that bundles up. I can't think of something that bundles up. What gets bundled up? Nothing. Only me. So yeah, late on a Sunday night, I've eaten, I've made food, I ate, I did some chore-like stuff, and, I'm going to read some Raging Loop, but only 1 hour. I'm gonna stick to 1 hour. Nothing crazy. You get 1 hour. Quick recap. What's a recap? So, last stream of this, we restarted the loop. After the ending we had gotten, they restarted the loop. Our guy, Haruaki. And basically, remember, it's a train, it's a logic train that he is going on to try to change the outcome. And basically, before restarting the loop, he was like, shit, I should have been a part of the games, the feast, to hopefully like drag the village to victory, right? That was the first line of thought. Then he restarts the loop, and he's like, well, how do I make it so that the village thinks I'm not an outsider? Because his thinking is if I'm seen as an outsider by the village, that's why they sent me away and did not let me participate in the feast, right? So basically the last stream was just this series of strange events, and I don't put that lightly, of him, instead of just riding his bike to the place and then crashing like he did and then got met at the Saranaga River. Instead of doing that, he went through this, like, thing after thing of, like, going to a police place and getting picked up, acting like he was drunk, getting scooped up, then seeing some other family head guy, which I don't think we really got. Like, that was a whole big thing, too. But, you know, we don't have time for that for just this hour. But, like, basically, like, everything just almost worked out too perfectly for him, almost to an absurd level. But basically, his thinking is, if I get scooped up with the reporters that come with us that I saw the first time I went through this loop, that then I won't be seen as an outsider. I won't be seen like I'm coming from the weird river thing. They won't distrust me. I'll come in with the reporters, and we will all be able to participate in the feast. That's his line of thinking. It was a very strange thing. I detailed even more in depth how I think the quick corner store mart girl working the minimum wage job behind the counter, I think she's the ultimate werewolf god or something. She's the mastermind, I'm pretty sure. Unless I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm so fucking right. If I'm wrong, I didn't just say that. And then we ended the stream basically him just starting to get into the village. They ran into Uematsu, whatever her other name is. Rikako, something. They ran into her. She was being her goofy self. She was, I don't know, she bonked her head or something, and then he's like, let me check your head, and then he touched her head, and then she was like, that's so, I don't know, lewd of you to touch my head or something. I at that point I was kind of like, the fuck is going on? Like, clearly it was like a comedic relief kind of moment, but also I was like, what? I just Just get your ass in the village. Honestly, let's just start the loop. Let's just do it. And that's where we're at. So I think we're even in just this hour, I would imagine that we would run into the rest of the village people. Village people, not the musical group. The village people. YMCA. It's fun to play werewolf at YMCA. I think Nosato, I think we popped in for a second. I think I'm going to be most interested here. I don't know if it'll get to this whole hour, but basically, again, with any kind of story that loops and someone retains the knowledge of other loops, right? It's very interesting to see, like, especially our main protag here, what information, what knowledge will he carry over and wield effectively to solve the problems, right? Like him, and we got a little bit of it in the last stream where he had to act. He's like, oh shit, I can't let it be known that I've met these people before. Like he's got to keep up an act basically, which is kind of interesting. But basically, so that's interesting. But also, he's going to be reintroduced to all these people, but he already comes in with preconceived opinions of people. And now that I'm saying it out loud, it's actually kind of interesting, and it goes with the whole loop thing, is that in a social deduction game, you come into those games with preconceived, most of the time you're playing with like friends or acquaintances or whatever. So you do come in with preconceived like ideas and opinions about people. And maybe, cleverly, in this loop thing, that's how they're kind of treating this. He's going to come in knowing how people acted in the first game. And these people probably don't remember, right? Obviously. So then will that sway, will that impact how he proceeds, right? Anyway, an hour of reading. As close as I can to get to like an hour. And I'm basically doing this hour here, late night, so that I feel more comfortable most likely doing Romeo as a Dead Man tomorrow night. Since we didn't get that far, even though we played it for a bit today. We didn't really get that far because we did some optional stuff and read like a visual novel inside of Romeo as a Dead Man for like an hour. So, there's that. Anyway, here she is. Oh, I've been waiting for you. You're Fusaishi-san, yes? And hello to you. And hello to you too. Husei-san and Hashimoto-san.
Domo.
Hello. 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 Where you been? It took a lot to keep myself from saying hello. Honestly, sounds like something I would do. I was gonna make fun of him, but Higuchi-san sent me here. Pleasure to meet you. Shoji Higuchi had pushed me into working at the dining hall here. Not the watering hole, but dining hall. He'd strongly emphasized that it wasn't under his control. That was why it had been decided I'd meet Kaori-san. I remember that CG. She had an oval, composed, slightly haggard face, and I couldn't see a hint of the demon from before. Apparently, if it was for their children, some parents could become both demons and angels. Oh shit, I can be your angel or your devil. If you come for my kids. I kind of felt like that applied to the entire history of mankind. For better... Excuse me, God, I ate like... I'm sorry. I ate like an hour ago and I've got like hiccups because of it or something. Maybe I ate too fast. Terrible. Terrible for reading. Apologies. I kind of felt like that applied to the entire history of mankind, for better or for worse. My, you're well behaved for someone so young.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm just a failure. That's so mean. He's just like me, for real, for real. Oh, come now. But are you sure you want to, you know?
いいんです。いろんな人に言われますけど、いいところじゃないですか。
What did she mean by that? What? He's like, no, I'm just a failure. So she said, "Ma, you're well behaved." And he says, "Oh, come now, but are you sure you want to? You know?" Whatever. It's fine. Many people say otherwise, but this is a nice place.
そう
I guess she's asking,
でも
are you sure you want to work
聞
here?
いたかわからないけれど、食堂といっても炊き出し係みたいなものだから。
It is, but I don't know if you've been told, but this dining hall is more like a ration distribution house.
その言いにくいのだけど、お給金とかは食事はもちろん出せるのだけれど。
This is hard for me to say, but you won't be paid. The most we can offer is meals.
構わないですよ。お金がなくても素朴に生きていければそれで。
I don't mind. If I can live a simple life, I don't need money.
まあ
My.
じじいかよ。
What are you, an old fart? I don't remember what voice I gave this guy. That's fine. Suddenly, Yoshitsugu Oriba-kun walked through the door, displaying the same recklessness that had probably got him killed last time.
吉次、あんた学校はどうしたの？
Yoshitsugu, why are you not in school?
うるせえ。行かねえっつってんだ。
Why aren't you wearing a shirt, son?
おい死に損ない野郎。死に損なってここに来たそうじゃねえか。ダッセーな。
Shut it. I said I ain't going. Hey, you fucking zombie. Heard you came here because you couldn't die. That's so lame.
吉次、あんたなんてことを。
I don't say it like she does. Like she's like,
吉次、あんた
よ
なん
して
ことを。
Yoshitsugu. Can't. I apologize. I'm too white. I apologize. I can barely speak English. I'm not gonna be able to pronounce Japanese names so well. Yoshitsugu, how dare you? Oh, word spread fast around here. They'd called and told Kaori-san about it, then she told it to several other people, and it probably leaked.
本当だ。僕だっせ。
Oh, yeah. I was confused by his line. I know, sorry, I keep pulling up the log, but because you couldn't die. That's because the story our guy Haruaki fabricated was that he tried to kill himself. Kind of like to build sympathy, right? I kind of forgot that detail yesterday. Or from the last stream. Which was yesterday. Probably not yesterday from when you're watching it, though. Time of VODs and all. Yeah, I'm so lame.
は？頭おかしいのかてめえ。
The hell? You okay upstairs?
否定できねえ。僕ばっか。
I can't say I am. I'm an idiot.
おいババア。こんなやつ雇うんじゃねえよ。店めちゃくちゃになんぞ。
Hey, Hag, don't hire this guy. He'll mess up the place.
学校も行かない、手伝いもしないあんたが何を言うの？
I don't want to hear that from someone who doesn't go to school or help around.
うっせえ。おいバカてめえ茶髪野郎。おめえ本当に死にに来たのかよ。詐欺とかじゃねえんだろうな。
Shut up. Hey, you brown-haired dumbass. You seriously came here to die? Or is that an act or something? I twitched.
ははは、そんなわけないじゃないか。ははは。
That's a really good laugh. Here, I'm gonna try to replicate that. Ha ha ha. As if. Ha 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 ha.
おいババア。こいつ超怪しいぞ。
I failed. Hey, Hag. Guy's weird as hell.
私はババアなんて名前じゃありません。
My name isn't Hag.
あはは。はははは。
Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. I can't. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. I don't have a naturally higher voice like this guy. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha.
外野から悪いんだけど、久石君悪ふざけはほどほどにね。
I know I have nothing to do with this, but you should keep your joking around to a minimum.
ははははは。すみません。だけどまあ、皆さんとは長い付き合いになりそうですから、親しくはしたいですね。
Ha 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 ha. Sorry, I just felt like we'd be living together for a long while, so I ought to be as friendly as possible.
吉次君っていう
He's
のかい。じゃあ一つ賭けをしようか。
Yoshitsugu-kun, was it? Wanna make a bet?
なんだよ腰抜けがよ。
Huh? What kind of bet, you coward? I looked into my large bag and took something out. Specifically, a new pocket knife.
これで僕の小指を切り落としてごらん。
Use this to cut off my pinky. Everyone instantly fell silent. I ignored them and continued.
ほら、手をこうしておくからさ。ナイフは、はい、そこに置くね。
Knife? Come on, I'll put my hand down, and I'll put the knife right there, or right here.
何言ってんだてめえ。
The hell did you say?
お近づきの印に指詰めさせてあげるって言ってるの。
I'm saying I'll let you shorten my finger, as a sign of our friendship.
おかしいだろっつうの。つうかそんなん普通自分でやるもんだろ。
I'm saying that's insane. Hell, that's something you do yourself.
そうだ、自分でできねえからそうやってやらせようってんだ。やっぱ腰抜けじゃねえか。あ？
You're making me do this because you can't do it yourself, huh? You really are a coward, huh?
自分でしてもいいんだけど、これは賭けであり、度胸試しだからね。
I can do it
腰抜
myself.
け呼ばわりした君も度胸を示すべきだろ。
I can do it myself, but this is a bet and a test of courage. If you're gonna call me a coward, you gotta show you're not one yourself, right?
君がナイフを振り下ろせれば君の勝ち。逃げなければ僕の勝ち。
Swing the knife down and you win. And if I don't back out, I win.
つまり、見事君が僕の指を切り落とせれば二人とも勝ちだ。そうなったら晴れて友達になろうじゃないか。
Kinda like Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0 shadow game is this? That means that if you cut off my finger, we both win. Then we'd be friends with no hassle involved.
ね、吉嗣くん。
What do you think, Yoshitsugu-kun? I smiled and pointed at the knife on the table with my finger.
何バカなこと言ってんだ。頭おかしいんじゃねえの。
The hell are you talking about? Are you nuts?
さっきからそれしか言ってないね。うん。だから、おかしいんだよ。頭が。
That's pretty much all you're saying now, but yeah, I really am nuts.
君はまともな人間の方がいいの？そんな格好でお母さんに当たり散らしておいて。
Or what? You prefer normal people? You who looks like that and gives no respect to his mother?
僕はお
Yeah,
か
take
し
a
な
dig
人
at
間の
him.
方が
Dig
好
at him.
き
Get him
さ。
mad.
見せてくれよ。君のイカれてるところを。
I prefer weird people, you see? Show me how insane you can get. Man, this was just too much fun. Our protagonist has lost it. We're only at the beginning of the loop, and he's just playing for shits and giggles. Yoshitsugu-kun looked right about ready to shit his pants, but it was time to back off.
なんちゃって。
Gotcha. What a shame, huh, Yoshitsugu-kun?
嘘。そんな痛いことやんないよ。
Was this some weird
まあ
test?
急には無理でも、じきに仲良くしてくれたら嬉しいな。よろしく。
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do something that hurt that much. Well, even if we can't get along now, we'll be friends eventually.
てめえ、気使ったつもりか。
You actually think that helps? Jokes aside, he was actually pretty sharp. He and his brother were nothing alike, but it wouldn't have been surprising if he also had a talent for seeing through people. He had Higuchi blood in his veins, after all. Perhaps it was genetic. He left without saying another word. Carrie-san didn't even tell him to go to school.
すみません。変なことをしちゃいました。
I'm sorry. That was weird, wasn't it? Let me see something. Okay. Never mind. I was thinking of another game.
うちのバカ息子がどんな失礼を。でもちょっとびっくりしたわ。弾力が終わりなのね。
Ah, no. My stupid son had it coming. That shocked me a bit, though. You have nerve, don't you?
そんなことないですよ。賭けを放棄したので僕の負け。多分追い詰めたら彼はやってみせたでしょうからね。
No, I don't. I'm the one who called it off, so I lost. He probably would have done it if I'd kept pushing him. After all, he was the type who'd pick a fight with something inhuman and die.
でも、お母さんの前で血を見せるのはためらったんでしょう。きっと、根はいい子なんですよね、彼は。
He probably didn't want to draw blood in front of his mother. I think he's a good kid at heart. My words almost made Kiori-san smile, but...
いえ、ほんと。 お恥ずかしい限りで。体ばかり大きくなって、私などはもう口出しくらいしかできなくて。
Oh, but I do feel embarrassed. He grew too big for me to handle, and now all I can do is scold him. She decided to keep up the act of the strict mother. Puberty and rebellion sure seemed complicated.
久石君、ちょっと。
Fusaishi-kun, come here for a sec. I did just that.
あなた、もしかしてあっち系の人間？追っ手がかかって逃げてきたとか、捕まったらけじめとか？
Are you actually one of those kinds of people? Did they send someone after you? Would it be over if they caught you?
いや、違いますよ。指爪は適当に言っただけです。その手の事情で皆さんに迷惑かけることはないです。
Huh? No, I suggested the finger thing for no real reason. Trust me, I won't trouble the people here.
ならいいけど。
I hope so. She was actually suspicious. I had to act out a better normal person. This wasn't the time to mess around. A fucking psycho. Like, what is he doing? Why is he like this? Why is my guy like this?
とにかく雑用でも
Get
何
it
でもします
together.
ので、使ってやっていただければと。
Anyway, I'm here to help with anything. Use me however you like.
ああ、ええ、それは構いませんよ。どのみち上の方の決めたことなのだし。ただ、住むところをどうしようかしらね。
Oh, very well. This was decided by those up there anyway. But before that, I wonder where you'll be staying. Oh, I'd kind of expected them to be already decided on that.
じゃあ、挨拶がてら行ってきますよ。誰に頼むのがいいですかね。
I'm going to go introduce myself to everyone. Who should I ask about that?
基本的に土地のお話は山脇さんのところかしら。
The one in charge of the land is Yamawaki-san.
さっきのおばあさんよ。車で通った一軒家に住んでらっしゃるわ。
The old lady from before? She lives in one of the houses we passed. Oh yeah, when Takumi-san gave me the key to my dorm room, he told me that he got it from the old lady. Was she like the landlord of Yasumisu?
その辺にいらっしゃらないかな。上松さんのお見舞いとかで。
Maybe she's not too far, like visiting Uematsu-san or something?
あら、上松さんどうかされたの？
Oh, did something happen?
さっき転んで頭を打って。
She fell and hit her head, and I left that talk to Mamiya-san and opened the door so I could see the plaza. Oh, get me out of here. By the time I realized that someone else was on the other side, it was fully open. Oh, it's the lady of the hour. Our favorite. Our actual... If I could have put the protagonist tag on someone, because damn, is she so much more interesting to me than Haruaki. Sigh. Seeing the person's face almost made me say her name in surprise. Shiemi Serizawa, my fake girlfriend. And that's protagonist saying that. Oh, not this. God, he wishes. I couldn't save her. I couldn't fulfill my promise. Just disintegrated into the mist. But we'd met again thanks to the strange looping phenomenon. Whether it was something to feel thankful about was another matter.
はじめまして。
Nice to meet you. You know how I was like half joking about the convenience store person being like super important character? I think I said this also as well in the last stream where I was like, oh, what if like Chiemi also is looping? So we create like, and they either don't know or she knows but he doesn't know. Whatever the case is. Where was I going with that? Oh, like, I was thinking of like a bunch of different like theories, like what could be like a twist. I was thinking of like, oh, what twist actually could happen, and like I was like brainstorming in my own head this morning, and I was like, you know what, like her being also looping seems like a possibility, potentially. You know what I mean? Because she acts weird. And she also seems like an important character, and she sometimes acts like she knows more than she's letting on. So maybe she's trying to accomplish some goals But again, maybe she knows he's looping now. Or maybe they, again, two loopers who don't know each other's looping. Loopy loopers. Anyway, nice to meet you. I kept my surge of emotions under control and gave an amicable smile. But, just as she made that simple sound, my heart melted. A lone tear ran down her cheek.
あら目にゴミ入った
Oh, do I have something in my eye? Her voice is calm, but the first tear made way for many more, and they were soon streaming from both eyes.
なんだこれ香織さんごめんなさいちょっと手拭いかなんかもらえます
What? Carrie-san, do you have a hand towel? Her reaction didn't seem to be anything more than confusion at her body going out of control. She knows something.
どうしたの？はい、手ぬぐい。
Oh my, what's wrong? Here you go.
いやわかんなくてなんか催涙ガスとか煮込んだりしてないですよね
I don't know. Do you have tear gas here or something?
記者の方にお出しするシシナレが傷んでたのかしら。
Perhaps the shishinare I'm making for the journalist is rotten.
いやいや言ってみただけですなんかこうなんだろうな更年期かな
Jimmy hit them with the, is someone cutting onions in here? Hey, I didn't mean that. What is it then? Menopause?
まあ、ちえみちゃんはまだ大丈夫よ。
Come now, you're too young for that.
すみません変なとこお見せしちゃって
Sorry for acting weird. She wiped her tears. Her eyes didn't look good, but her voice was cheerful and carefree, just like in my memory.
今日急に休みずに済むことになった方ですよねお兄さん
You're the person who suddenly ended up living here, right, mister? Okay, so let's pause. Let's think. She uncontrollably, seemingly started tearing up when she's noticed me. So that, to me, lends credence to either knowingly or not. So she may also be trying to hide the fact that she's looping. And then she saw him and just couldn't control herself and started crying. And she's like, ah, shit, fuck. That. Or B, option 2, like her body, without her knowing, recognizes him, potentially. And then she's like, genuinely, she's like, I don't know why I'm crying right now. But like, maybe she has these residual, like, unaccessible memories of him and the situation before. And she was tearing up because of that. But she genuinely doesn't know, maybe? Would be my two guesses. Anyway, did I read this line? You're the person who suddenly ended up living here, right, mister? That was a word you used on strangers. Why had she cried?
ええそんなに恐ろしい外見かな
Yes. Am I that scary?
いやいやいやいや普通にシュッとされてますし全然これはなんだなんだろう謎現象です
No. You look perfectly fine. It's just, well, a mysterious event.
あ私芹沢千恵美って言います学生で里帰り中です第一印象最悪かもですがよろしくお願いします
Ah, my name is Chiemi Shirazawa. I'm a student back home for the time being. I know I made a poor first impression, but I hope we can get along. She bowed to me. She really didn't know who I was. There we go, jump into conclusions, our guys, again. Due to the looping phenomenon, dying had sent me back to the point when I was wandering around on my bike. It was something that actually happened, and I had to accept it, but it was also completely unreasonable. I didn't have any good way to reasonably explain it. Was the looping centered around me? Was I really the only one who had memories of last time? It wouldn't be strange for there to be someone else. My memories were fragmented right now, and I often remembered things only when it counted. It could be that the others had forgotten almost everything, but still had certain fragments. Oh, wow. Of their memories and feelings. Again, colored me surprised. I genuinely didn't think the game would, this is basically what I was talking about, right? And I didn't, usually, games like this, even if you have a lot of theories, the game doesn't, like, outwardly approach those theories because it wants to kind of give you, like, I would put it like games like this with mysteries like this usually don't posit theories like this because they want the readers to try to come with those theories, right? And they don't trust the readers to already be thinking along these lines, possibly. But either this game doesn't care, or they trust the reader, myself, enough to also already be thinking about this kind of stuff, which is genuinely cool. But also, meta-wise, I'm like thinking like, oh, if the game is potentially putting it out there, that maybe that's not the actual case. I don't know. Because the game wouldn't spell out. I don't know. It could be that the others had forgotten almost everything, but still had certain fragments of their memories and feelings. I had to stop thinking about this. I couldn't have asked her to console me about the tragic end that hadn't even happened yet. I'd have been barking up the wrong tree. If everything worked out, I hoped I could get close to her again. Love that depended on death, despair, and the suspension bridge effect was better off staying in the realm of fiction, where it belonged. We exchanged a few words, but I didn't have much time. I had to focus on getting a place to stay. Anyway, just like I said, I first went to Uematsu-san's house. Obviously, didn't seem like there were many people inside. I hesitated for a moment, but ended up knocking. Who is it? That was Meiko's voice. Could she even understand me?
さっきFusaishiと名乗ったものですけど。
I'm Fusaishi from before. Fusaishi from before, son?
いや、
Oh, she's dumb.
ここにおばあちゃん来てる？
No, I am Haruaki Fusaishi. Is the old lady there? No. Oh, so I was off the mark.
わかった。それじゃね。
Alright, see you then. See ya then. I mean. Yeah. Yeah, what? Oni-chan, Fusayuki-san, Fusayuki-san? Wrong.
ちょっとお待ちください。
Please, wait a moment. Oh, Uematsu-san. She told me to wait, so I did. Soon enough, the door opened up.
お待たせしました。それで何だったでしょう。
I apologize for the wait. How may I help you?
山脇さんに会いたいんですが、さっきあんな様子だったし、こっちに来られてないかと思いまして。
I'm looking for Yamawaki-san. From how she acted, I thought she came to visit you.
まだお見えになりません。
I haven't seen her yet.
みたいですね。それじゃ。
Looks like it. I'll be going then.
いや、
Oh,
山脇様に何のご用だったかなどのことども。
oh, what did you need her for?
ああ、いや、一応こっちに住むことになったんですが、住む場所がまだ決まってないんですよね。
Well, I'm gonna live here now, but I still don't have a place.
住まわれる？
You'll live here?
ええ、それで相談を。
Yes, and I need to talk about that. God. What does she mean by this? Why that sound? Also, why does it look like he's got a little Among Us on his jacket? Am I seeing that right? What's that little mark on there?
でも
Why am I just now noticing it?
宿なしはいけません。
But you cannot be without a place to stay.
ええ。
Yeah.
夕霧立てば宴の支度と申しまして。
Prepare for the feast when the evening mists arrive. Aw shit, he got his invite. That made me flinch. Did it show on my face?
藤吉の者は霧を不吉なものと習います。霧が立つ日は身を清めて閉じこもって早寝して過ごすのが常でございます。
The people of Fujiyoshi believe that the mist is an ill omen. If it comes, we must clean our bodies, shut ourselves in, and go to sleep early. Cleanse, shelter, dream.
それは面白い風習ですね。
That's an interesting tradition. That was what I would have thought if I didn't know about the tragedy.
差し出がましいかもしれませんが、空き家なら一軒心当たりが。
This might be a bit presumptuous, but I do know of one empty house.
え
Huh? Huh? She told Meiko to entertain herself and took a key from her house. Instead of telling me more about it, she insisted on going outside despite my polite protests. I had no choice but to follow after. We passed the plaza and went down the hill. She tripped 2 times.
痛い。
It hurts.
でしょうね。
Looks like it.
転ぶのも頭を打つのも常ですので。痛いのに
What's the term? Fail girl?
慣れております。
I fall and hurt my head on the regular, so I am used to pain.
ダメですよ。そんなんで草っ腹を歩いちゃ。
You really shouldn't walk around grass like this in that attire.
これも植松の仕事ですから。
This is an Uematsu duty.
そうなんですか？
It is?
雲はネヤのはしため。
The spider, our bedroom women servants. He's like, what the fuck does that mean? That was a new term. Bedroom woman servants. Women who serve you in the bedroom? Sure sounded sex. Oh my god. Corny. Our guy is so corny. That sure sounded sexy. And the spider was one of the guardians of Great Lord Shinai. That reminded me. Chiemiya told me that the Uematsu are the family of the spider.
黄泉の木は皿長より湧き、まずは人の正気を蝕むと言います。
She's like, we are bedroom women servants. And he's like, oh, bedroom women servants. Oh, I'm so lonely. I just got out of a relationship and I'm so lonely. When the power of Yomi rises from Saranaga, it is said to bring madness first and foremost.
そこからかつて植松家は野蛮として村の夢見を守る役目を担ったのです。
That was why the Uematsu of old had the role of protecting the dreams of the villagers. Were they like night watchmen or something? It wouldn't have been weird for a police-like force still retain power in this day and age.
でも夜だと 1000% 転ぶから昼に見回りをされていると。
But you'd fall all the time at night, so you walk around during the day instead, huh? Was she alright?
ちなみに今
The
長
hell's
者
going
と
on
呼
with
ば
her?
れている人たちみんなそういう言われみたいなものを持ってるってことですか？
By the way, do all the heads of the village have roles like that?
はい。よく知っておいでですね。
Yes. I'm surprised you noticed.
上富士吉を通ってきたんですが、樋口さんはかなり力のある方に見えました。
I came here through Kami Fujiyoshi and Higuchi-san. Well, he looked pretty powerful.
樋口家は猿水場の日盛り。
The Higuchi family are the monkey, protectors of the watering hole's flame. There was that term again, watering hole.
火を使っちゃならなかったのをこっそり使ってたとかなんとか。
They used fire when it wasn't allowed, huh?
ええ。水場と偽って火を焚くことを人に教えたのが猿であったと伝わっております。
Yes. We are told they claimed to run a watering hole, while in actuality we're teaching people to use fire. And they use this to gain influence as a source of everyone's food.
さっきいたのは野里さんでしたっけ？あの人も長者だとか。
What about Nosada-san's family? They're one of the head families too, aren't they?
野里家はカラス軒のはみて。
Nosada are the crow, the Eve eaters.
ピンときません。
I have no idea what that means. Reminds me of like the term dream eaters. When I was young, like in Pokemon games, like way back in the day, I thought Dream Eater was like the coolest fucking move. And like coolest sounding and like coolest effect. It's like, hell yeah. I'm gonna have my Gengar put you to sleep and then I'm gonna use Dream Eater. I'm gonna do a shit ton of damage and I'm gonna heal myself. Game over for you.
屍を読み人かどうか見分する役
They inspect if a corpse belonged to Yomobito or not. They performed autopsies? That didn't seem very important.
実際はクス氏武士は渦とも呼ばれ彼らのみが使うことを許されました
They were actually the healers. They were the only ones who could use... And then again, I don't know if that's Aconite or Aconite. One of those two. Also known as Wolfsbane.
の里は薬作ってた家だかんね
Nosato is the family that made medicine.
渦だ渦シシタケにトリカブトが入っている
Wolfsbane, the plant. There's Aconite in the food. Or Aconite. One of those two words. Oh yeah, that was true. Well, an autopsy was a medical procedure, and if they could use poisonous plants on top of it, they could have easily garnered lots of respect.
なるほど。もう一つはなんて言いましたっけ？
I see. What was the last one?
身車
The Miguruma. Right, I hadn't met a single person linked to that one.
蛇は蔵の見張り
The snake are the tower lookouts.
植松は見張りの家ではありませんから
The Uematsu aren't the lookout family.
食料版ですか？
That doesn't give me enough.
いえ蔵というのは櫓のことです
Tower, as in watchtower.
じゃあ軍事的な。
So they're in charge of the military here?
いえかつて櫓を組んで星を見たと暦を作り天候を読み工作の目当てをつけたと伝えられます
No. They used to build watchtowers and watch the stars. They made calendars, read the weather, and led local farms.
その職能は畏敬を受けやがて親内様の神官としての役目も担うに至りました
That role made them respected, and they eventually became Shinai-sama's priests.
なるほど。
I see. We had our TV weather ladies now, but back in the day, astronomy and meteorology were linked to divination, leading many to consider them special powers that let them predict the future and bring good things in general. Farming was the building block of civilization. Having it was a matter of life and death, so it was only natural for those who offered guidance in that field to become leaders.
教えていただいてありがとうございます。深い歴史のある土地なんですね。愛着が湧きそうです。
Thank you for telling me. This place has a rich history, huh? I think I could grow attached to it.
そうですか初めて
She's like, are you fucking insane? I see. This is the first time I have heard such words spoken.
本当ですか？普通に興味深いですが。
Really? It's pretty interesting, though.
富士吉の生まれでない人にお話ししたことがありませんので
I never explained this to someone born outside of Fujiyoshi. Oh, right. She refused to go into detail last time. Infiltrating the village really was a good idea, huh?
そうこうしているうちに着きましたあれです
Oh, look. We have gone all the way. Here it is.
確かにそうこうしていましたね。
Yeah, we really did go all the way, huh? Sure takes a lot out of you.
別に変なことはしてません
No, we did not do anything strange. Her speech was still odd. What the hell is up with her imagination? She could send my verbal curveballs to another dimension. Anyway, there was the wooden house. It was much like the ones near the plaza, except a bit more aged. It looked relatively stable, though.
実のところ藤吉の多くは樋口野里上松の私有地なのです。
Most of Fujiyoshi is actually the private property of the Higuchi, the Nosato, and the Uematsu.
藤吉村の所有になっているのは身車のかつての私有地であり、
Fujiyoshi used to be owned by the Miguruma alone.
代々村長を務める身車家に属するものとみなされています。
But now that extends to all the current heads serving the Miguruma. That was new to me.
つまりここもリカコさんの土地なんですね。
So you're saying this place belongs to you, Rikako-san? What?
あ、すみません。慣れ慣れしく呼んでしまいました。
Oh, sorry for being so forward with you.
いいのですが、土地はその通りでして。
No, I do not mind, but yes, this land is mine.
ここの方は少し前までお元気に住んでらしたのです。
A person lived here until recently.
それじゃあ今はお亡くなりに？
So, has he passed away or something?
はい、大往生でした。
Yes, it was a peaceful death. That sounded like a real blessing here in Yasumisu.
気にされますか？一応中はきれいにしてあるのですが。
Does that bother you? It is clean inside. I'd have been lying if I said I wasn't bothered, but I chose to take a look. She hadn't been kidding. The inside was shabby, and the wood was aged, but the floor was clean and I couldn't see much dust. The tatami was new, too, though that meant it had to be changed. But at least there wasn't some human-shaped mark on the floor. There was no furniture, but I could easily get a futon or something.
風呂は
What about the bath?
ガス
The
は
bath!
外してると思います。
I do not think this place receives gas.
そりゃ大変だ。霧が出たらまずい。
That's bad. What can I do if the mists come? And then she looks at him and she's like, Just begin licking yourself as if you were a cat. Meow meow, lick yourself. Fur balls. Clean.
みそぎですか？そこの水桶に井戸水を汲んで体を拭けばよろしいです。
That's right. Lick, lick. Lick yourself. You wish to be able to cleanse. You merely have to fill that pail with well water and wipe yourself with it.
そんなもんでいいんですか？
That's enough.
はい。かつては弱みの習慣は藤吉にはなかったと聞いています。
He's like, shit, we're really roughing it, aren't we? We're not glamping or anything out here. God. Yes. I hear it was rare to bathe in warm water in Fujiyoshi.
あ、そうか。火は水場でしか使っちゃダメだから。
Oh yeah, because only the watering hole could use fire.
その通りです。
Yes. That made sense. Anyway, I was now ready.
本当に使ってもいいんですか？
Are you sure I can use this house?
はい。日頃掃除をしてきた甲斐がありました。
Yes. That would make all the daily cleaning worth it.
え、あなたが手ずから？
Huh? You clean this place yourself?
汚れを引き取るのも上松家の役目なのです。
Yes, because taking in the corruption is one of the Uematsu's roles.
それに手を動かしていた方が気が紛れることもあります。
Also, keeping myself occupied served as a good distraction.
何かお辛いことが？
Did something bad happen? She fell silent.
すみません。無神経だったかな。
Sorry, that was insensitive of me.
いえ、 何かあったわけじゃなく、
No, it was not that something happened.
何か起きるのが怖くて。
I was afraid of what could happen. She looked at the mountain beyond the valley. No, it was a valley itself, and the Saranaga Rapids at the bottom.
さっきの話、蔵の見張りの身車家は例えば天気のこととかを今でも予想してたりするんです？
Back to the heads. Do the Miguruma still predict the weather and stuff? Part of me thought I might be prying too deeply.
春と秋のお祭りで五穀豊穣を願い、舞を奉納し、祝詞を読んでおります。
During spring and autumn festivals, they ask for abundant harvests, dance for them, and chant ritual prayers.
それは昔の行いを真似ていると聞きます。幸いにして大きな日照りや飢饉は起きておりません。
I heard this was supposed to be based on what they did in the past. Thankfully, we've had no major droughts or famines.
なるほど。じゃあある意味百発百中なんだ。
Oh, so in a way, they have a perfect track record.
山脇様はお詳しいですので、そちらに聞かれてはきっと喜ばれます。
Yamawaki-sama knows this well. You might wish to ask her. She would be pleased to talk. That seemed true.
と、このままだと時間が過ぎるばかりだ。植松さん、本当にありがとうございます。この恩には必ず報います。
Oh, sorry for taking up so much of your time. Uematsu-san, thank you so much. I'll make it up to you.
そんな、私こそあのような恥ずかしいところを助けていただき、どうしたらよいか。
Okay, let me see if I get the right pitch going. I have to slip into the falsetto. It's more like that. I also merely wanted to thank you for your help during my embarrassing accident. Wasn't she basically blaming me here?
いろいろありましたけど、これからもよろしくお願いします。お役に立てることがあれば何でも言ってくださいね。
Lots of things happened already, but I hope we keep getting along well. If you think I can help, don't be afraid to ask. Oh man, a little more one-on-one time between our guy here and her, and he's gonna forget all about Chiemi. He's gonna be like, oh, this girl is my new potential girlfriend or whatever. Friendship ended with Chiemi. New friendship with Uematsu. No, I think what he's doing is he's just, what do they call it? That he's laying the groundwork, is the term. Laying the groundwork because when you go into, now that he knows that he's most likely going to be able to participate in the feasts, it's only to your advantage to have people that are technically, like, have good feelings about you and are on your side, right? So he's assumingly building a base of, like, of people that he's trying to be friendly with. I think you could even extend that to the weird guy, right? Weird guy. Yoshitsugu. I think he was trying to get, like, his respect because he's like, oh, if I can get, like, again, I hate to bring it up, but classic, like, Survivor mentality, right? The show. When you're on your tribe, if you can get the majority of people, it's a very simple majority rules type situation. You just got to have slightly more people than the other side. So he's trying to build his, like, again, his voting block, basically, of people he either can trust or at least has numbers when it comes to, like, voting. Because the worst thing would be for him to be able to start the feast and then him get voted out, like, the first night or something, like, or to be hung the first because they don't trust him or whatever. But if he has people that actually respect him or trust him, then should be smooth sailing, at least for a beginning.
夫妻様。
Fusaishi-sama.
あ、それ、柄でもないんで、どうか呼び捨てでも何でもしてください。 敬語もいらないですよ。
Oh, and Sama doesn't suit me. You can be more casual. You don't have to use such polite speech. One more try. like she's being possessed by a ghost. Crap.
不妻子
She's so emotionally fragile.
無理不妻子様私がむしろ私などいかようにでもお呼びを
Fusashi. I can't. Fusashi-sama, I would like to ask of you the same. Please call me however you like. Can I call you Gi? Can I ruined my joke. I was gonna say, can I call you GF? Was I actually raising some flags here? Was the game this easy these days? Did she seriously fall in love over a bit of help after a head injury? Was this a soap opera or something? The fuck is going on? Well, not that I was complaining.
じゃあ、
Oh god.
リカコさん、
Corny ass dude. Okay, then Rikako-san. Naturally. No, this is something else. She was just especially vulnerable to men. As a family head, she was probably either revered from a distance or considered an enemy. Takumi did the latter. She'd probably never talked to someone who didn't care about those things. That actually made me feel kind of bad for her.
OK。じゃあ、上松さん&久石さんだ。これで呼び合ってお友達になりましょう。ぜひ。
Okay, then let's call each other Uematsu-san and Fusashi-san. Let's become good friends.
お友達
Oh, friends.
です。
Yes. Just
Go.
friends.
こちらこそぜひ
I'd love that. In a part of the village with no one but us, we exchanged a deep bow. Uematsu-san then returned, and I checked the house for any holes. It seemed fine on that front. No monsters could get inside. Anyway, I had my place. Now, I had to get one for Mamiya-san and Hashimoto-san. Okay, and we're just about approaching the hour mark, and we got the autosave signifier, so we should call it there. Again, like I said, just an hour. Just an hour with me tonight on the reading front. Maybe that's a good thing, maybe it's a bad thing for you. But we will call it there. I don't want to. I can't be up too late. I gotta. Like I said, I keep talking about this. I've got an exciting week ahead of me for things outside of work, but inside of work, like this week is gonna be stressful as hell. I'm gonna be working on so many things, and I gotta like finish so many things before the end of the week. We've had a short month, and I'm like stressing. So I gotta get ready for the week ahead. Oh, if only I was just a full-time streamer, man. Then, no, I always say I probably would not want to be a full-time streamer. I don't think I'd want to do that. I probably wouldn't want to do that. But that's a conversation for a whole other night, some other stream. Let's see, week ahead. I said this earlier today during the main stream, but really gonna be hitting Romeo as a Dead Man hard over the next couple of days. I would like to finish that this week, but I know that might be unrealistic, or it might get close. But I don't want to just stream Romeo as a Dead Man, but at the very least, tomorrow should be Romeo as a Dead Man. We'll get some progress, and we'll see we'll check in how far we actually get with that and see if it's going to be realistic to finish. We'll probably get like at least 2 Romeo as a Dead Man streams out this week, and then probably a Yakuza stream, and then, you know, maybe Friday night we maybe make a little return to the jigsaw puzzle we started on stream. Maybe we do that on Friday along with something else. So, you know, stuff like that mixed in throughout the week, kind of clearing out some stuff, hopefully. Although I don't think we're anywhere near finishing this, so not really clearing at things actually at all. Clearing out, hopefully, Romeo's a Dead Man soon here. I'd like to see how that game ends. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Should be on tomorrow night. Romeo's a Dead Man. Hopefully not starting too late. I hope you have a wonderful Monday. Hope you have a great week ahead. Wish me a good week ahead as well, because I will certainly need it. And have a nice Sunday night. Whatever you choose to do with it. Until tomorrow. Don't be corny like our pro tag here. Don't do it. Don't fall into corniness.